This program is brought to you by Toby Peanuts. We are nuts.
Toby, Toby Peanuts, your everyday delight. Anytime, any place, everything feels right. Toby Peanuts, the joy has just begun.
Sometimes letting it out can make a big difference.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes you gotta let your heart speak.
Hello and welcome to the pilot episode of Lovenotes. Dear Joe, they say when words are too heavy to speak, just write them down. Maybe that's why I'm writing to you now, hoping that by sharing this, the weight in my heart will somehow lessen. Joe, our story didn't begin in some extraordinary moment. We met at a coffee shop, both waiting in line for our drinks, and I accidentally dropped my notebook, and he picked it up for me. We started talking about our work, our routines, little things about life. I never imagined that someone I met in such an ordinary, everyday moment could change my life so deeply. Both of us were already committed to other relationships, and in his case, even more complicated because there were children involved. Joe, like most stories, it started with conversations, a few chats, phone calls, until suddenly things happened so fast, and we crossed a line we shouldn't have. From then on, we made more time for each other, almost like we were living one life together, even though both of us were still tied to our own partners. Joe, at first, it was beautiful, perfect even. We had no fights, everything felt light and easy, and we would always look forward to the end of the day because it meant we could see each other. But last year, everything started to fall apart. While he was away on vacation with his family, our secret was discovered. His partner found our messages, our photos, and proof of everything we had been hiding. Suddenly, all the walls we thought were protecting us collapsed. I felt so helpless, Joe. I was left alone to face the guilt and the silence, trying to survive each day without him by my side. Somehow I managed. I thought maybe that was the sign I needed to finally let go. But when he came back, instead of making things right, he turned to me with anger and blame. He said it was my fault that everything was exposed, my fault that his family was in chaos. And so I became the absorber of all his pain and frustration. Joe, I wanted to let him go then, but he wouldn't let go of us. And so I made the hardest choice. I let go of my own relationship of almost 10 years, hoping it would end the complications and trusting his promise that he would fix everything. But instead, things only got worse. The fights became more frequent. And Joe, I'm exhausted. I'm worn out. Now it feels like I'm always begging for his time, for his love, things that I know deep inside were never really mine. It feels like I'm always competing, only to lose in the end. And here I am, still stuck in this situation. Joe, what do you do when your heart wants to hold on, but your mind knows it's destroying you? Sincerely yours, Anna. Anna, I hear your heart. I hear your pain. The exhaustion, the constant push and pull inside of you. And I want you to know it's okay to feel all of that. Your feelings are valid. But here's the truth. Love should never feel like a battle you're destined to lose. When your heart is breaking more than it's being healed, that's a sign. God never intended you to carry someone else's guilt, someone else's anger, or chaos as your own. You are not meant to absorb all the pain while someone else refuses to take the responsibility. Holding on when your mind knows it's destroying you is not strength, it's bondage. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is to step back, protect your heart, protect your peace, and let go, not because you stopped loving, but because you must honor yourself and the life that God has given you. Anna, I know it hurts. I know you have invested years, emotions, and dreams into this. But moving forward doesn't mean erasing the love you felt. It means choosing life, sanity, and hope over endless struggles. And remember this, God sees your heart, and He will lead you to a love that heals and not that wounds. Anna, sometimes stepping away is also about setting boundaries, not just for others, but for yourself. You have the right to say, this is where I stop being hurt. This is where I stop being in a cycle of pain. It doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you've given up on love. It means you're valuing your life, your emotions, and the future that God has for you. And when the loneliness comes, because it will, remember that being alone doesn't mean being abandoned. It's a season for your heart to breathe, for your spirit to heal, and for you to rediscover the strength you already have. Anna, you will find joy again. You will find peace, and you will find love that doesn't cost you your soul. So here's my question for you to think about deeply. Can you find the courage to love yourself enough to step away, even when your heart wants to stay? And if you can, what new life might God be inviting you to embrace on the other side of that pain? Let us always remember, sometimes letting go is the most powerful act of love for yourself and for the life that God is preparing for you. God bless you, Anna. Sincerely yours, Joe. You've just heard another episode of Love Notes, exclusive here on Dear Joe Radio.
Kahit anong kwento, siya'y nandyan para sa'yo. Sa bawat liham, may silip ng pag-asa. Sa love notes ni Dear Joe, ang pag-ibig mo laging may kwento.